Hi guys, in this video you'll see how the actors of the movie RoboCop 1987 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they look then and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Emil Antonovsky is Bodycar's minor subordinate, capable of teamwork, but sometimes behaves unrestrained, not caring how his actions may affect others or how much damage he may cause. He likes to demonstrate his superiority over others. Leon Nash, Ray Wise, is part of the Clarence gang, to whom he renders allegiance, but also skillfully uses this status to his advantage. He is self-serving, dislikes following rules, and prefers always be on the lookout. He has experience in armed attacks. Clarence Bodycar has a cold-blooded nature, never makes empty threats, and always sticks to what he says. He will not back down from it for the sake of his profit and seeks to maintain his influence at any cost. He loves to be obeyed. Played by Kurtwood Smith. It was at the suggestion of Dick Jones that RoboCop was developed and brought to reality. He can put the brakes on his ambitions, has a disregard for others, and is willing to literally walk over dead bodies for his own interests. Played by Ronnie Cox. Kinney is a staff member at Omni Consumer Products. He has a rather humble character, knows when to remain silent, and is not inclined to provoke conflicts. He is distinguished by good intelligence, a technical mindset, and a good memory. Played by Kevin Page. Bob Martin led the Dusk project. He's smart, technologically savvy, but not inclined to believe the rumors and instructions of people. Can behave carelessly, and success can easily turn his head. Played by Miguel Ferrer, who died of throat cancer in 2017. Johnson, Felton Perry, works in the same company as Dick Jones. In matters of business, he prefers to be concise, not to highlight emotions, and not enter into open rivalry with anyone. He's a man of informed decisions who is not afraid of responsibility. The old man makes all important decisions regarding Omni Consumer Products. He appreciates good employees who perform their tasks well. He can be single-minded and overly ambitious in his desires. Played by Dan O'Herlihy, who died in 2005 of natural causes. Joe Cox, J.S.D. Goins, is Clarence Ward, is characterized by a fierce nature, and it shows sadistic tendencies, especially to law enforcement officers. He's not inclined to show care or concern for others, and only has a loyal attitude towards gang members. Kaplan, Del Zamora, is the guardian of order, as well as Ramirez. He listens to the instructions of his superiors, but he is not used to acting thoughtlessly and can actively defend his position if he disagrees with something, able to take the initiative. Sal is actively engaged in illegal business. In particular, it has a large production of narcotic substances. He is self-confident and convinced that in solving every issue his word is the last and most significant. Has a greedy nature. Played by Lee DeBreau. Manson, Edward Edwards, is one of Murphy's co-workers, but doesn't usually conduct major operational investigations. He knows the standard procedure for apprehending criminals and performs his duties diligently. At times he may show dissatisfaction with his work. Dougie was one of Bodycar's close associates. Although he chose far from the safest way to earn money, at the same time he cares about his life and he is regularly checked by a doctor, able to skillfully handle firearms. The role was played by Neil Summers. Sergeant Reed is a full-time employee of one of Detroit's police stations. He's hardy, extremely focused, and it's not uncommon for him to work under maximum mental strain, but he can handle the pace. Played by Robert Ducky, who died of natural causes in 2008. Bail Bondsman feels himself the master of life and is deeply convinced that money can buy absolutely everything and solve any issue. When his beliefs do not correspond to the real state of affairs, he is perplexed and even furious, played by Charles Carroll. Ramirez is a self-confident law enforcement officer who has a strong inner core and good physical preparation. In her actions, there is always determination and deliberation, able to think logically and pay attention to details, played by Yolanda Williams. Starkweather works at the same police station as Ramirez. He is devoted to his service, confidently copes with various difficulties, and he also has clear moral principles that he is not ready to violate, even for the sake of his loved ones, played by Tyrese Allen. Technician number 2 was part of Martin's special design team, and he has a good knowledge of new technologies. He knows how to be extremely focused on work tasks, but also strives to have personal time left. May be pragmatic. The role is performed by Daryl Cox. Lieutenant Hedgecock, Michael Gregory, is extremely serious and knows how to think strategically, which has come in handy more than once during the performance of operational tasks and the detention of dangerous criminals. He is efficient and well-versed in psychology. Creep, William Shockley, is a local scumbag who leads a rather immoral lifestyle and is able not only to disrespect women, but also to commit violence against them. He is prone to aggressiveness, doesn't know how to stop in time, and has strange fetishes. Chandra was a temporary girlfriend of Bob Martin. She is used to paying attention to a presentable and comfortable man with whom she can have fun and at the same time not deny herself anything. Differs in initiative and looseness. She was played by Diane Robin. Murphy's wife endeavors to create a warm atmosphere for her family and provide them with timely support. She is not insensitive, and when things get difficult, she naturally worries about her loved ones and looks out for their well-being. Played by Angie Bolling. Jess Perkins hosts one of the programs on a Detroit news channel. She follows the established rules on the station, has good communication skills, and knows how to present information to the viewers in a proper and interesting way, played by Lisa Gibbons. Bleach Blonde Thug is distinguished by loyalty to his gangmate, but behaves somewhat less aggressively in comparison. His behavior is often immoral and can take part not only in the robbery, but also in the rape of a woman. The role is played by Scott Thompson. Prisoner was taken into custody by the Detroit police. He doesn't tend to feel remorse for his actions, can be quite confrontational, and can be aggressive, especially when confronted with the police, able to act abruptly and unexpectedly, played by Gene Wallen. Barbara works for Dick Jones as a secretary. She can show organization, adhere to work discipline, and interact without hesitation with various people. At work, she manifests herself as a collected and serious employee. The role is performed by Joan Pirkle. Hopehead is characterized by unpredictable behavior and periodically trades in robberies. He doesn't care too much about the fate of other people, he's used to taking risks for his own benefit, and in general can behave self-confidently, played by Mike Morov. Rape victim is a thin and vulnerable girl who led a rather carefree life until she was attacked by two scumbags. It is difficult for her to resist strong men, as she doesn't own any self-defense techniques, can show gratitude. Alex Murphy is a born law enforcement officer, which is reflected in his career success. He retained his humanity and analytical mind despite being largely a machine, not used to giving up, and can be somewhat harsh. The role is performed by Peter Weller. Anne Lewis is not characterized by vulnerability and doesn't dream of a man who will solve her problems. She is self-sufficient, has achieved some success in law enforcement, and is able to show resilience when facing a criminal. She was played by Nancy Allen. Sal's bodyguard faithfully serves the interests of his boss and keeps calm and alert in difficult situations. He can use firearms or engage in hand-to-hand combat when necessary, but may be inferior in reaction time to more agile opponents. Played by Alan Graff. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.